So I was just on Facebook and I saw a post that Eachine has a twig. The Eachine twig. Let me see actually if I can show you guys. For anybody that hasn't seen it, let me look real quick. Hold on, let me try to find it. I'm just gonna type in twig on Banggood. Yep, there it is. First thing. So there it is, the Eachine twig, 115mm 3-inch. Look at that, they straight ripped it off. That's exactly it right there. That front part is identical. The back might be a tiny bit different. Well, yeah, obviously the back on a regular twig is straight, isn't it? Well, it is on these ones. These are the XL. But yeah, I can't believe they did that, man. That just, it makes me so mad that they do shit like that. I mean, yeah, it's been going on forever with everybody's shit, but it just pisses me off. Anyway, so this is the XL line of the Racer X twig frame. I have 3 of them here. 2 of them are, so there's going to be 3 different types. There's going to be a regular X, a stretched X, and a wide X. So these 2 here are true X, and then this one here is a stretched X. As you can see the difference, it's longer. Oh, I didn't even notice that before. Wow, that's pretty cool. It's funny that I mean I built these and I haven't even really checked them out. I build so many quads that my brain just it just builds this shit, and I just don't even, like, I'm not even thinking, I'm not even there, I'm just building. Yeah, I was just noticing how it looks different. It's got this long body. It looks awesome. So it does, these are prototypes, keep in mind, so it's not going to be what it's going to look like, the final version. But this version has 16x16 and 20x20 and whoop flight controller. So, but I heard that there's not going to be any 16x16 anymore. So for this version, it's not going to be ideal to have a 16x16 stack anyway, because you know, if you want, the whoop style is probably what people are most likely going to use. Shit, this one's not even put all the way together yet. I still got to put these little black nuts on the top. But I was just too excited to get this video done. Man, these canopies are so beautiful too. These are new canopies. They're not the same as the other twig. They're bigger. And well, I'll go through it, but let's start with the stretched X. So we'll put these 2 to the side. Stretched X, let's get a measurement. So first of all, they are 3mm thick, right on the dot. And the stretched X is right around 140. Yeah, pretty much 140. 140 millimeters. 140 millimeters motor to motor. 3mm thick. So nice and chunky and beefy. This is going to be a really tough frame, I can tell. So like I said, it does have the 16x16, 20x20, and whoop style. This particular one has a Beta FPV toothpick flight controller on it, which is pretty nice. This was my first time checking out this particular flight controller, because I don't buy Beta FPV stuff anymore. Just because of all the problems I had in the past. But this actually does look like a really nice flight controller. They have everything well laid out, and it's pretty nice. The thing I love the most is how they put all the pads out on the edge. So, you know, you can throw everything together and then solder it up if you want to, which is actually what I did in this case. This also has the Happy Model Diamond VTX, and I had stuck it on there, and then I was like, oh shit, wait, I gotta solder it up. And then I looked over and I was like, oh wait, I don't even need to take it off. I can still solder it up. So I thought that was nice. And this canopy, this holds a micro cam. As you can see, this is a Foxeer Predator V4. The hole looks a little big for the little lens, but that's just so that, you know, a lot of people, including me, if I was building this for myself, I would be using a Caddx Ratel or a Eagle Micro, which has a much bigger lens, which would fill out this hole perfectly. Kind of like in this situation here, this is actually a Runcam Phoenix, and has a much bigger lens. It looks more legit on there. So they got cutouts on the sides of the canopy. As you can see here, it's cut out specifically for this flight controller and this VTX. You can see you can access the buttons and the USB right here. The only thing that I was really kind of questioning was the USB is right here, but Beta FPV put the battery cables right in front of it. So that doesn't really make sense to me, because you got the battery cables to the left of the USB, and usually you would want your battery cable to come out the back, so you know it's going to go right in front of that. You know, so if I have it like this, you can't ever plug in your USB. So you're going to have to come underneath like that. It's the only way to be able to do it. And then the other thing too is your motor wires could possibly be in the way of the USB. Depends on how high up you're going to have it. You know, this one's pretty low. It's pretty much as low as you can get it. So, you know, if it was a little bit higher up, it wouldn't be an issue at all. But that cutout is just so perfect. Look at that. Access both those buttons right there. The SD card slot on this side. You got a nice notch out there for that. Got the hole right here in the top fin for the antenna. This is just a beautiful canopy. Chris at Phoenix 3D does such an amazing job on these. Just look how amazing that looks. It looks like a piece of candy. I just want to eat it. So shiny and pretty. And the layered colors just look so good. So anyway, yeah, there is the Stretched X Twig XL. I guess I'll name the parts in, because I know people are going to ask. These are the Zing iFlight Zing 1404. These are actually the 7000 kV. They have like a 3600, a 4600, I think, or something, and a 7000. So these are the 7000 kV. It's probably going to be pretty good on 2S. Really nice motors though. I love these motors, man. It sucks that the only place you can get them at is either iFlight, Banggood, or Get FPV, but Get FPV is out of stock right now. So there it is, the Stretched X. Here's the regular X. Oh, and for the motor situation, it does have slots, so you are able to run 11.0X up to, you know, 15.0X, whatever. 11.04, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 13.06, 14.07, 14.04. Everything pretty much, every micro motor. Same with this one. This is the True X version, but everything is the same on it, I believe. Looks to be. Got slots, so you got 11.0X and 14.0X, whatever. Same canopy, but like I was saying before, here's a different design. So in this situation, the canopy is up on standoffs, so it's raised up some. But actually this particular one, let me see. Yeah, this is the one that has the 20x20 stack in it. So this has a Mamba stack in it. And you can see here the USB, it's like right at the edge. But you can see that it is cut out right here for access, even with a 20x20 stack. In this case, the Mamba, but you know, any other 20x20 stack, you can flip a flight controller any direction you want. But it has cutouts on both sides, so you know you're gonna have access to your USB, is what I'm trying to say. Pretty nice. I'm not sure exactly when these are going to be available. I know people are going to be asking me. I've already had people asking me to build them one, and I wish that I could, but I do not have this frame for sale, and it's not for sale yet. These are prototypes. This is, I believe this is the HD canopy. God, it's so beautiful. So we saw one similar like this. Well, yeah, actually, I did do a video of a while back when I did the twig, the original twig review. I think just before I did that one, I did the twig HD, and it had a canopy similar to this, but it wasn't identical. This one looks a little bit different. It looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like a catfish from the top. It's crazy. It looks like a damn catfish. I like it. It's got a shelf right here for the VTX. I showed this in the Twig HD video. It has the same shelf here, and I don't know if these are. It looks like this was cut out, like not original. So, but actually, I can't tell. Maybe it's not, because it looks pretty good. Nice little oval shape there. But you can see you got access to your USB right there. That's a side mount, same Beta FPV toothpick flight controller. You can access your VTX from right here. Another thing I forgot to mention is you can run these with the battery regular style. That's the thing too with having the USB out the side is then you're able to run the battery either this way or toilet tank style, whichever you prefer. These are set up to run toilet tank. I guess a lot of people are liking that these days. But yeah, you're able to put a strap through it either way, since the USB isn't coming out the bottom anymore. Now, I'm not sure yet if they're gonna have a hole. I don't remember if Brian told me or not, but I'm not sure. I mean, if there's not a hole, then you're going to be forced to either have to use the side mount USB flight controller, or you're going to have to flip one upside down and use a different type of canopy, like one that has an opening in the back for you to access the USB. You got to have access to the USB. There's a few frames that I've seen out there that there's no access, you know, and I'll ask them about it, and they'll just be like, oh, you know, you don't ever have to plug in, just once when you first build it, and that's it. But that's not true. That's not true at all. So yeah, I'm not sure about that though. But you know, they are making the side mount ones are pretty good flight controllers. There's this one, and then there's also the Nameless RC one, and I'm sure there's going to be more to come too. So this one has the Caddx Ratel, Airblade, Superman 1404s, 4850 kV, Beta FPV toothpick flight controller, XM Plus, Unify Pro 32 Nano. This one has the HGLRC 1407, 3600 kV. These are the forward version. And Mamba Stack XM Plus. I was able to fit the XM Plus in between the stack with the bind button out the side, which is kind of nice. And having the receiver antennas come off these little standoffs is nice, because you can rotate them where you want. And this is the Runcam Phoenix. Very nice camera. The picture looks amazing on that. These LEDs are the Flywoos. These are the 9x15s, and these are the Flywoo 4x10, I think. Pretty sure, or maybe 4x15. I don't know. They're on the Flywoo website. And I think that's about it. Like I said, I have no clue when these are going to be available, but you know, it takes time to get them cut and get them tested and all that stuff, and it's expensive and takes time. So you know how it is. Let's see. Yeah, he was saying that the 16 by 16 holes will weaken the frame, you know, so they're probably going to get rid of those. So they'll just have 20 by 20 and whoop style flight controller. True X, Stretch X, and Wide X. The Wide X will be, you know, just wide, like short and wide. So it'll be great for HD. So you could throw, you could use these for HD as well. You know, you got your baby turtle now and everything. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. Don't buy the Eachine twig because it's a piece of shit. Eachine sucks. They suck. Alright. I'll talk to y'all later.